You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, guys, we're going to be talking about the great Roger Federer here in this video because it is now the end of an era. Now, I believe that many people probably actually saw this coming, that the 41-year-old 20-time Grand Slam champion, Roger Federer, would actually now retire. Now, honestly, he should have retired years ago. I was actually talking to my mom about this because she's a big tennis fan too. And I grew up watching tennis. I grew up watching McEnroe, Sampras. Of course, Rafa Nadal is my favorite tennis player of all time, along with Pete Sampras. But we were talking about, man, the man has not really played in like 3 years. He is done. And he has clearly been done. He had a lot of injuries. And folks, I don't believe he's played one match this year. If I'm not mistaken, he only played like 12 matches last year. I mean, he is done. But guys, it is official now. Roger Federer announces retirement. 20-time Grand Slam champion will play Laver Cup as final event. And I believe that is actually next week. Now, this man had a tremendous career. Now, going back to Pete Sampras winning the U.S. Open in 2002, he had 14 Grand Slam titles. And Pete Sampras actually went 2 years without winning a Grand Slam. And when he got to 14, I was thinking, man, we'll never see anybody reach 14 Grand Slams. Then along comes Roger Federer, then Rafa Nadal, Novak Djokovic. This is going to be an anomaly, folks. You're not going to see anybody, I believe, in a very long time even reach 10 Grand Slams. I mean, it's that hard. We were just living in this era now of Nadal, Federer, and Djokovic. Those guys may actually be the three greatest tennis players of all time. Now, Roger Federer was the first one to actually reach 20 Grand Slam titles. And honestly, folks, I really didn't expect to see that, because I thought what Sampras did was just so insurmountable. And now three guys have actually hit 20 Grand Slams. It says here, Roger Federer is retiring from professional tennis at age 41 after a series of knee operations, closing a career in which he won 20 Grand Slam titles, finished 5 seasons ranked number 1, and helped create a golden era of men's tennis with rivals Rafa Nadal and Novak Djokovic. Now, his main rival really was Rafa Nadal. Now, when it comes to the win-loss record head-to-head with Rafa Nadal, it was clearly one-sided. It was clearly Nadal. But man, they gave us probably the greatest tennis match of all time when Rafa Nadal actually broke through at Wimbledon in 2008. I mean, beating Roger Federer at Wimbledon was one of the greatest achievements in all of sports. It was super hard to do. It really, really was. But he said this, quote, "As many of you know, the past 3 years have presented me with challenges in the form of injuries and surgeries," Federer said Thursday in a post on his social media accounts. Quote, "I've worked hard to return to full competitive form, but I also know my body's capacities and limits, and its message to me lately has been clear. I am 41 years old. I have played more than 1,500 matches over 24 years. Tennis has treated me more generously than I ever would have dreamt. And now I must recognize that it is time to end my competitive career." And he also posted a video there pretty much saying exactly what I said. Federer's 20 Grand Slam titles ranks 3rd. Imagine that, folks. He has 20 Grand Slam titles, and that's ranked number 3. All-time among men's players behind only contemporaries, Nadal with 22 and Djokovic with 21. And if you just look at Roger Federer's 20, the next closest to him is Pete Sampras with 14. Yeah, what he did was absolutely insane. Let's be real. Federer says he intends to keep playing tennis, quote, "but just not in the Grand Slams and on tour. I had not played a competitive match since reaching the quarterfinals at Wimbledon in 2021 and announced in mid-August that he had undergone another knee surgery." Yeah, so he's going to be playing tennis like Andre Agassi does, Pete Sampras. And Pete Sampras actually played a match against Roger Federer you know, it wasn't for on a tour or anything like that. I believe that was like what, 6, 7, maybe 10 years ago. They played like multiple matches. Federer won one, and then Sampras won another. You know, it really wasn't a competitive match, you know. But yeah, Roger Federer, man, hats off. Definitely one of the greatest tennis players of all time. One of the all-time greats on grass, along with Pete Sampras. I believe they are the two greatest grass tennis players. But Novak Djokovic is right there also. I mean, Djokovic actually has, what, 7 Wimbledons, if I'm not mistaken, you know? Bjorn Borg is also another all-time great grass player because he won 6 Wimbledons also as well. We cannot forget about him. Bjorn Borg was absolutely tremendous as well. But that's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Sports 2 fans, Roger Federer is calling it a career. Man, the build-up of matches between him and Nadal, it was just epic. It really, really was, folks. I mean, this era of tennis is definitely closing now. We know that Djokovic and Nadal is still out there, but those guys are 35 and 36 years old, so it's only going to be a limited amount of time. And we'll actually have to see who actually carries on the mantle going forward. We have to see that there's been very, very few other players to actually win Grand Slam titles besides the big three. I know Andy Murray actually won a few, but really there's no one come close to what Federer, Nadal, and Djokovic have done. Anyway, guys, so let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.